Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Morons, where we burn cereal so you don't have to. Today, we shall be making scrambled eggs a la Chef Ramsay. I'm not saying that Allah and Chef Ramsay are the same person, I'm just saying you don't see them in the same room. These are the ingredients that you will need.
Butter. Eggs. The tears of a phantom. Anyone's will do. Pepper. Small weapon. A stick with delusions of grandeur.
First things first, you want to get a couple of knobs worth of... I'm sorry, I've just been told that I cannot use the word knob. Get a couple of shafts worths of butter and place them in your pan. Then what you want to do is you want to take an egg in one hand and crack it like a fucking badass. Remember to edit it so it looks like you did it with one hand. There, perfect. Remember to add a sprinkling of your fandom tears. That's salty. Forget to add the pepper, and make sure to leave the audience confused about how on earth you're managing to grind pepper whilst holding the camera at the same time. Maybe it's witchcraft. They will never know. Now, you want to take one of your tiny weapons and beat that shit like it owes you money. Ugh. Comes to play with us chisting, bitch!
Ooh, that looks like a good beating. Let's get a slow-mo shot of that.
That egg's been taught a lesson. You need to make fire. You want this about as hot as the level of language on a Christian Minecraft server. Ooh, that's not very hot at all. And now we play the waiting game. You want to make sure this butter is all melted before you can eat it. Occasionally, like all good dead things, you want to poke it with a stick. I will show you this bit in real time so that there are no fuck-ups. This is really hard to do one-handed. Occasionally, drag the stick through the middle of the beaten egg. You don't want any of this to catch just yet, you want all that butter to melt. Fortunately, because it's so tiny, it'll do that pretty soon. Getting there. And now all that butter is melted, and now we wait for approximately 20 seconds. When the liquid starts to become a bit more opaque than this, then you want to drag your stick through the center of the eggs. After making a concession to the laws of thermodynamics and adjusting the heat a tiny bit upwards from spicy, start pulling it through and see that it starts to catch. At this point, you start stirring. And we'll see that now clumps are starting to fall. At this point, you can continue cooking until you've achieved your desired level of consistency. There. Perfect. Now that we've plated up, let us not forget one important thing. Ah. Perfect. And there you are, Anon. Scrambled eggs a la Chef Ramsay. As an optional extra, use the loot crate you had to stop in the middle of recording to go and get as a pedestal of presentation.
That was delicious. And that's all the time we have here at Cooking with Morons. Join us next week where we'll be learning the right and wrong ways of detonating a thermonuclear warhead.